da parada, ele é o mais sem noção do mundo.
Literalmente.
Agora você tem um vídeo de... Agora você tem um vídeo de verdade. Nossa, agora é
Makachev coming out of the woodworks, putting out his tweets, telling him to keep his belt warm. He's going for a double champion, inshallah, as he says. I have a couple issues with this. There's nothing wrong with the aspirations, but Belal and Islam are supposed to be boys. And me and some of the guys, we were talking about this as well. If I lose, just lost, the wound's still open, and you go right to the public and you're saying, you're calling out the shot. You don't even say anything about the recognition to me, hope I'm okay, whatever, or great performance or anything. It just, the way the tweet read, it made it come off like they weren't really friends like that. And maybe they're not. It wasn't a good look for Islam, in my opinion. No respect to those guys. But I'm sure if he goes back and look at it in that same scenario, if the shoe was on the other foot and Belal did that to Islam, I guarantee you that whole crew would be looking at that guy sideways with the little emoji eye that goes up, the 50 Cent, get the strap. But yeah, that was a real interesting piece of this whole ending to the theater, the show.
I don't think Makachev was praying for Belal to lose. I know the guy. I don't think that that's in him to want to see one of his friends lose for himself to gain an opportunity. But what Buckley is doing, from the trolling of Ian Gary to now trying to target Islam Makachev, it's one of the only ways he's truly going to find his way into those big fights that he wants so desperately. He beats Kamaru Usman, obviously he'll be in line to get a great fight. But if he doesn't shake the bucket enough, that big fight may end up being one of the more dangerous guys and not for a championship. So I get what Buckley is doing, because if he can get Makachev or Madalena to Della Madalena to pay attention, to acknowledge him, to even be pissed off at him, then it puts him at the forefront of everybody's mind.
Islam is a smaller guy, but he's going to be plenty big for 170. Islam is a man of his word. He's a man of great integrity. And that's where it does concern me a little bit as an Islam fan. He's saying right now he's going to go to 70, beat champ, go back to 55. I don't want to call Islam dishonest. He's never said anything remotely dishonest. But guys, I don't believe him. I believe perhaps he has that belief and perhaps he has that intention, which is all that he can do is speak to what he believes in the moment. I'm just telling you, if he finds himself in that exact scenario where he's the world champion at 170, he can defend it at 170 against Radwanov. He can cut back down to 55 and put it up against Ilia Topuria, who's the very guy he's offered right now and he's saying no to. Right this second, he doesn't want that fight. Why, after he became 70 champion, would he want that fight? Why?
How do you feel if, in fact, they go with Islam versus Jack next? Are you okay with that? Are you okay with Islam getting the title shot?
Sorry, someone's calling me. You still got me?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, like you guys said, I would rather see him stay where he's at, and kind of clean out 155 the whole double champ thing is hard, especially when two of his fights were against Volkanovski, and then he does have Dustin Poirier, but there's still guys at 155, and then you have Ilya trying to come up. But then again, on the other hand, he's done so much. If he wants to move up, if he's going to move up, is he going to stay there though? Because if not, now you're holding up two divisions. So if he's going to move up, then me and Ian are fighting. Like I know like that's the fight to make. And yeah, that's just the way I.
People get so invested in this game to where they think that I'm supposed to be happy because he lost. Why would I be happy because he lost? I hadn't fought him yet. You know, it wasn't that, yes, me and him weren't on, like, we weren't the best of friends. I'll tell you that for sure. But that doesn't mean I'm happy that he lost. And as a former champion, as a former pound for pound top dog, as far as, you know, not just with the rankings, but also as far as selling pay-per-views, I understand what this game is. And listen, as much as we didn't like each other, it was still something that people wanted to see. It was something that was on the cusp of potentially happening. So no, I'm not excited that he lost. I'm not disappointed. I'm indifferent. You know, absolutely, especially when a champion loses. I'm not excited about that because it's difficult to, after you lose, it's difficult to get back. It's difficult to work so hard to get in there, step in there, and try to accomplish something and fall short. It's very difficult. So I'm not going to prey on anyone's downfall in any way, shape, form, or fashion. So no, absolutely not excited that he lost.
Jack Dalla's won, and this is going to shake up my division in a big way. 3-2 or 4-1 for me, that, to Jack Dalla. There was a close round in there, in 49-46. It's got to be Jack Dalla. It's got to be. And new, rank 5, coming in and taking the belt. He deserved that. Best fight I've watched the Belal's ever. Dalla versus Islam, he showed he's got good takedown defense there, but Islam's a different beast, isn't he? So we'll have to see how his strength transfers up to welterweight. Main card, UFC probably won't be too happy with that, like 4 fights went to decision, but there was some good fights in there. The main event was better than I expected it was going to be, to be honest. Jack Dalla, new champ. He'll be fighting Islam next, I think. Let's see what happens in my division now. Who ends up fighting for the belt and who ends up getting the belt. Could have big implications for my career going forward.
Vamos a empezar a hacer uno de los entrenamientos que menos me gusta hacer. 12 tramos de 100 metros. No eran 10. Siempre hay que dar 2 más. Tú nunca sabes lo que puede pasar en una pelea. Qué cabrón.
Time you see him